Erev Shabbat Shalom. At long last, the Jewish people, after years of servitude, leave Egypt, march triumphantly into the desert, and end up at the edge of the Red Sea. Pharaoh, perhaps misled, initially the Jews throughout the book of Exodus, Moses keeps requesting, let us go worship God for 3 days. Suddenly, after 3 days, Vayugad leFaro, it's told to Pharaoh, the nation has escaped. Pharaoh chases after them, gets to the Red Sea. The sea splits. The sea perhaps miraculously comes back. The Egyptian army is decimated. The Jews are on the other side. Suddenly they say, V'yaminu b'Hashem, we believe in God and in Moses, his servant. The 10 plagues didn't do it. The splitting of the Red Sea suddenly clinches it. And at that moment, there are 3 short narratives that lead us towards next week, Revelation at Sinai and getting the 10 Commandments. They walk and they find no water, and they say, we have no water, and Moses provides water. The first place they arrive in Elim, where there are 12 wells of water and 70 palm trees. And about the 70 palm trees and the 12 wells of water, Rabbi Elazar HaModai, the great sages of the 2nd century, says, these numbers 12 and 70 seem familiar to me. There are in fact 12 tribes, and we know that 70 is a bookend number. At the very beginning of the book of Exodus, there were 70 souls who went down to Egypt, and ultimately, later on, we'll be told of the high court of Jewish law when Moses needs 70 elders to help lead the Jewish people in the book of Bamidbar, in the book of Numbers, and that becomes the basis for the Sanhedrin. It says, if you look at 12 springs of water, they bring forth and they support these 70 palm trees. Oftentimes we think leaders lead people. Rabbi Elazar HaModai says, no, just as a spring provides nourishment for the palm trees, for the 70 elders, so too we, the Jewish people, support our leaders. And the Ramban asks this amazing question, quoting Sefer HaBahir. It says, what's so impressive about 70 palm trees? If you travel in the desert, if you come here to Israel, oftentimes you can see in the desert hundreds or thousands of palm trees at a point of water. What's so exciting about 70? And he suggests that there were 70 different palm trees, 70 different species of palm tree, to teach us that to be leaders of this people, you can't all be the same. You have to each one find our own honest way to be true to ourselves. And only when we are true to ourselves are we in fact able to lead this amazing people. And I believe, and you know that I believe this, each one of us is called upon to lead. And so often we lead by imitating others. But true leadership, the message of the narrative right before the 10 Commandments, is 70 palm trees, 70 different palm trees with different tastes and different varieties and different species, to remind us that though there's one Torah, each one of us needs to be true to our own calling and our own palm tree and our own values. Through that, we'll be blessed to appreciate the goodness that surrounds us. Shabbat Shalom.